Hey guys, welcome back. Long time no see. I know it's been a while, hasn't it? About a month. I took a little hiatus there, got myself into a little bit of trouble, hurting myself, busy with other hobbies. I apologize for the long wait, but I didn't really get in trouble. I'm just saying that. But anyway, today we got something cool. It's going to be tasty. We're going to do a Mexican spin on macaroni and cheese. So we're going to call it bacon jalapeno mac and cheese. Stick around. Okay, we're back and we got some ingredients together. Cheese. We have a like Mexican kind of blend, just generic. Shredded cheese, we're going to use probably 2/3 of this. Just a jalapeno jack and bacon. Got a ½ pound of bacon. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish, fairly large jalapenos. And then normally when I do my mac and cheese, I'll cover it with Ritz crackers because they have that really nice buttery flavor. But this time, I found these just walking around the store, which I do a lot. Just wandering around, looking at things, you know. They have these Cheez-Its. I'm going to crush them up, hot and spicy. Now we take those, crush them up, breadcrumb-like, sprinkle that on the top when we get it in the oven. But for right now, what I need to do is have my helpful assistant, the wife, grade this piece of cheese for me because she hasn't been to the gym today, so that'll give her a workout. I'm going to get my bacon cut up and get these jalapenos cut up. We're going to get the bacon rendering on the stove, and right when it's about finished, we're going to put in these little guys to fry in the bacon grease with the bacon. We're going to mix that in with the mac and cheese. This is going to be good. So let me get these things cut up and then we'll head over to the stove. Okay, so we have our ingredients together. We have a boatload of cheese, way too many jalapenos, I think. I didn't think 6 would amount to that entire pile. Bacon. What I've done here is cut it up about that big, you know, probably ½ inch pieces. So we're going to take our bacon over, get that going on the stove. We've got a pan heating over here. Excellent. Also, we have another pan over here. We're going to get the cheese sauce getting ready to go. We're going to set up a roux. And if this was any kind of professional cooking show, I would be dropping stuff. And this would already be peeled, all the paper free of the... All right, get that all melty schmelty. And like I said earlier, when that bacon renders down, we're gonna wait till it's almost crispy. Then we're gonna add our jalapenos when it's nice and gurgly, bubbly, super hot, oily. Infuse the oil with the jalapeno. That we're gonna add back into our cheese sauce, as well as all that stuff's going to go into the mac and cheese. So we work this bacon for a while, get the butter melted. We'll take you over to the stove at that point and we'll make some cheese sauce. Okay, so our butter is nice and melted. Bacon looking good. Just starting to crisp up a little. So what I'm going to do, give it a little stir. And then I'm going to take the bacon and move it off to the back burner, so I can show you what I'm going to be doing with the cheese sauce. So let's get that underway. You can see the butter. I'm not going to clarify this. I'm going to leave all that tasty milk fat in there just for you guys. So what we want to do is I use Wondra flour. Just go equal parts. That just happened to work out nicely because this was empty. So basically what I'm doing is equal parts in volume, butter and flour. That's kind of the rule I use. You know, some people may think differently. Your mileage may vary. That's what they say. So I'm just going to mix this together on low heat. If you try to bring it up to temperature too fast, you'll burn your butter. And what you want is, you know, pretty much everybody says same thing about roux. You're kind of looking for that nutty flour smell, and you'll know it. Okay, so it's been about 2 minutes now, and the roux is pretty much perfect. Ready to go. So what we're going to do first is add, I'm going to say it's probably going to be about 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of milk. But you want to add it in small quantities. You want to keep the heat up. So I'm going to turn up my heat a little bit. And what you're looking for is an instant thickening. Once this comes back up to temp, there it goes. Instant thickening. And you see the milk or the butter and the flour just kind of congeal, or what looks to be congealed. We're just going to keep whisking this until it turns out kind of silky would be a good word for it. And we need to get this reheated. And we'll add just a little bit more milk to this. Okay, there's the third application of milk. And we're kind of looking for the consistency of almost like plaster of Paris when it's wet. Or remember back when you were a little tiny kid and they used to make you do paper mache, the glue they made you use? That's it. This is exactly what we're looking for. All right, so that's perfect. What we're going to do now is start adding our cheese. And I'll just add a little bit at a time. Just kind of set that in there. It will melt at its own leisure. And also, I'll show you guys, the bacon is just about at that point where it's going to turn crispy any minute. I'm going to add our jalapenos to this. We'll get this mixed up, get those jalapenos. I'm going to turn on this overhead because it's going to get really fumey in here in a second. And I don't like it because I can't breathe. I start choking and that's not cool. All right, so there's that. And this is just starting to boil again, so we're going to get this mixed in. And you'll notice that the more cheese we add to this, it's going to become almost greasy, but the roux is going to absorb that grease. It'll keep it from getting too watery. It seems like it's too thick at first, and we might add a little milk in a bit. But like I said, the more cheese we add, the thinner this is going to become. And try not to dump it all over your stove like I just did. I think I'm going to add a little bit more milk because it is a little thicker than I expected. So I'm going to add another probably 1/2 cup of milk there. Let this come back up to temp. And tell you what, let's just leave it at that. I'm going to add some more cheese. We'll get the Mexican blend cheese in there as well. Then we'll bring it on back, show you what the finished product looks like. It's going to be nice, silky, smooth, spicy cheese. And the bacon should be finished by then. And we'll get ready to throw our mac and cheese in the oven. I'm just going to keep cooking this till all the bacon is crisp. And the jalapenos should be fairly soft by then. Ought to be really good. So just wanted to show you that. Keep it moving, keep everybody happy. So again, we'll keep this on the heat over here, and we're going to keep at this sauce. This looks a lot better. See, it's much more fluid. You can do a nice ribbon with it. It's not ridiculously thick at this point. I think it's going to need probably another quarter cup of milk, and that should do us. Bacon's going to take about another 5 minutes, it looks like. Maybe around 5 minutes. So tell you what, I'm going to get the crackers crushed up, nice breadcrumbs, and when everything's ready, I'll be back to get our mac and cheese assembled and put in the oven, which is preheating right now at 350 degrees. Okay, we're back. And it's time for assembly. So the first thing we need to do, this is the pot that I cooked the pasta in. And I'm going to grab our cheese mixture and the bacon mixture. and makes them one. So just take all this stuff, pop it in with the cheese, and give it a quick mix. Trying to get all the bacon grease in there, you know. Might as well spare ourselves a little cardio rest, you know. So just give this a quick stir. You can see how this became quite creamy. This is exactly what we're looking for. The pasta is al dente, so it's going to pull a little bit of the liquid out of this, so we don't have to worry about it getting all soupy on us in the oven. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take our pasta, pop it in here, and then we're going to add this to it. Now, this is an important step, I believe. I could have just put my macaroni into the baking dish and spilled. Put the macaroni into the baking dish and just pour this stuff on top of it. But no, that is not how we roll here. The important part of this, you're mixing it together, and what you want to do, the whole reason why they call it macaroni and cheese, it's a hollow pasta. And the whole reason why we make this sauce just saucy enough so it fills all those little tubes up with cheesy awesomeness. So by mixing it like this, what we're doing is filling our little tubes with cheese. These are our little cheese vessels ready to sail into our stomachs with cheesy delight. I don't even know what I'm saying right now because I'm overwhelmed by the cheesy goodness. So this looks great. That right there. And we'll just like that. Where's my little squeegee? And make sure you get every single little bit of cheese out of here. To leave anything in this pot is criminal. You've got to get it all. Well, at least most of it, until your hand starts cramping. And then you have to give up. And then you do a victory lap. Woohoo! Excellent. All right, so try to get this all even, Steven-like. Damn, that looks good. All right, so we made some breadcrumbs out of probably 2/3 of that box of Cheetos. And I don't know if we'll use it all, but basically what you want is about 1/8 of an inch. Nice thick layer all across the top. And the reason you want a nice thick layer across the top like that is, well, the oils and the grease from the cheese are going to start bubbling out of this. And you kind of want this stuff to act as a kind of absorber of that, so you don't end up with like a gross, greasy film. But while that's happening, you also want something at the top of this whole mess, whoops, that will stay crispy and awesome. So, yeah. Screw it. We're going to dump the whole thing on here. All right. And just spread it all out. Get it all going on in there. Look at that. Look at that. That's a piece of art. The oven is at temp. What we're going to do, throw it in the oven, 350 degrees, roasting, both bottom and top burners running, half an hour, or until it kind of starts looking like it's going to start burning any second. Either one. What you want is a bubbly, juicy, crispy thing going on. We'll show you what that looks like when we get back. All right, so I bought the farm on this recipe. I was not paying attention, went over, looked at the stove, and I was like, ah! You should have seen the smoke that just huge billows of smoke. Can you hear the fan running? I can't believe the cops aren't here and the fire department. You know, there was a lot of smoke. I scraped a lot of the gnarly, nasty. Damn it. This was going to be good, but I scraped a lot of the shit off of this thing, and I'm fairly upset about it, but you know what? I suppose I can just get rid of a lot of the burnt stuff, you know. Just kills me that I burnt this thing, but it's still gonna be really good. I have no doubt. What we really are interested in is what lies within here. So I'm gonna move this off to one side. And let's see what lives within this molten pile of awesomeness. Ooh, can you hear that? Maybe not over the fans, but it's all. Ooh, zesty and tasty. This is gonna be good, regardless of, oh yeah, it's perfect. Oh, I'm excited about this. Let me get a little bit more of this off to the side. All right, we'll get this hauled off out of the way. And this stuff out of my way. Oh. Jalapeno, yum. All right. So, now it's only about 705 degrees. I think it's about ready for tasting. So here I go. The bacon, the jalapeno, and the cheese. Oh. Oh my God, that's good. Woohoo! You really, I mean, I screwed it up. I'll give you that. But you really can't tell. Oh my God, it's so good. Okay guys, well, thanks for hanging with me. Awesome, even though I burned it a lot. Anyway, I saved it, I think. It's pretty damn good. So give it a try. Don't cook it as long as I did. I think it was in the oven for probably 40 minutes. It should have been a half an hour. I got involved in something else and forgot about it. And then I turn around, there's smoke billowing out of the oven. Ugh. Anyway, jalapeno bacon cheddar cheese, loving it. Hope you try it. So anyway guys, thanks for sticking with me. You know the drill. Hit the sub button down there in the bottom there. Thanks for joining me. Y'all take care.